This channel is supported by my online fishing courses at saltstrong.com/Skinner, as well as my books. And hey, these books make great holiday gifts. You can learn more about the books at johnskinnerfishing.com and on Amazon.
Yeah, good morning. Yeah, a little warmer in Southwest Florida this morning, 56 degrees. That's better than yesterday morning. It was 46. I have time limitations this morning, so I'm going to try for Sheepshead. I obviously have no idea whether they're around or anything because I just got here. So, but I'll give it a shot and see what happens. It should be here. I mean, it's been cold. Why not? We'll find out.
Yeah, so you know what? I've done this fishing from my boat with the trolling motor and spot lock. I've done it with the electric kayak, spot lock. This is my favorite way of doing it now. I just, so I use like an 8-pound anchor on here, which is obviously really heavy. It's a mushroom anchor and it's muddy, so this just grabs and goes nowhere. I like sitting right on the water. You know, some dock fishing, I'm like really low, like, well, not under the dock, but just in a really good position to cast under the dock. And then, yeah, just a short anchor line this way, because, you know, I'm going to hook up a big sheepshead. It's going to pull the kayak towards the dock, but with a heavy anchor stuck in the mud, you know, I'm not going anywhere. So, yeah, this works out really well. All right, I will have links to all of the gear in the video description. And if you like this video, please hit the like button. If you're not already a subscriber, please subscribe and hit that notification bell. I'm probably jinxing myself right here, getting the cooler all ready, as if I'm sure I'm going to catch. You know, I don't know. I mean, I've just gotten back to Southwest Florida from up north, and you know, haven't sheepshead fish since last winter. But yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to get. I've got some really nice mud crabs. They are such a pain in the butt to get, but the tackle shops near me rarely have fiddlers, and I wish I could just go buy fiddlers, but I gotta go flip oysters and get mud crabs. So I've got some. The camera angle isn't going to show them in the beginning, but then you're going to see how I hook them and everything else. But all right, just getting set up here. And I should have mentioned when I was anchoring, I do have an anchor trolley on this. It's the basic Yak Attack anchor trolley, and that enables me basically to change the tie-off point. You can slide it back and forth. So it's really helpful when you've got especially a little bit of wind, but you know, you get wind and current, and that can help just position the boat a little bit better. So yeah, there's the my mud crabs, but again, I'm going to look up and you're not going to be able to see me dealing with them quite yet. So what I usually do when I get started is I pick a couple of the larger ones and I cut them in half, and it's well, you look, you know, I'm from the Northeast, so we go black fishing. We do the same thing with green crabs and kind of want to get the crab juices flowing. And so yeah, I'll go stick a half a crab on there. And of course, these are nowhere near the size of northern green crabs. These are maybe like half a dollar size. That would be a really big one. So, all right, just getting going here, and first cast of the season. So these jigs that I'm using are 1/8 ounce snapper jigs. So it's kind of like the things that they use out in the Gulf for yellowtail and stuff. And when I saw these, I thought to myself, oh boy, these would be great for sheepshead. So my friend Rick picked me up a package. Thank you very much. And yeah, they're just absolutely ideal for this. It's got a 1/0 hook. You know, when I first came down to Florida and had no clue about sheepshead fishing, I was reading, you know, use 20-pound leader and, you know, really small hooks. And these fish have pretty good sized mouths. And 20-pound leader, you see the pilings, right? Yeah, I would occasionally break one off on that. So I've moved up to 30-pound main line, 30-pound leader, and there's no way I'm going back. I'm not sure I've broken one off with the 30. All right, this fishing's going to get going in a hurry here. First half of crab, I did get a couple taps. I swung, not necessarily a sheepshead. Decided to throw that half right back in there. Probably should have just changed it up, and but that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to get anything on this first half of a crab here. I mean, I'm only going to give it another 20 seconds, but here we go. Second half of the crab. Let's go from here. For my northern followers, this is exactly blackfish jigging, especially with the light 1/8 ounce jig. You want to feel that fish swimming away, then you set the hook. And this is my blackfish jigging rod, the 6' 2" Dark Matter Skinner Jig and Bounce ML. It's just the funky color. It's that Dark Matter avocado green. It's just prototype. I think there's only one of these. Normally this rod is light blue. There's something swimming off. What do we got? I think I know what I got. My first sheepshead of the year. You are freaking dinner. Yeah. All right, well, first crab. Right, first sheep of the winter. I will tilt the camera down slightly in a bit so you'll be able to see how I hook up the crab. All right, so the length limit is 12 inches. This one's easily good, no need to measure. The bag limit's 8. My plan for this trip is I just want to keep 4. I don't want to keep 8. But I'd like to see if I can catch a limit. So if I get 4, I'm gonna keep going and release the others. So all right, this one's gonna end up in the box. Okay, a small hull crab this time. These are really, you can see it's, I don't even think it's the size of a quarter. And yeah, so I always make sure I take a little pinch off them. I want to get those juices flowing, and yeah, that seems to help. At times when I don't do that, it's like you wait forever for a bite. It's kind of weird. Oh, right away. Come on. Did he clean it? Maybe not. Is he swimming? He was swimming with it. Oh, maybe that's not a... Oh, man. See,
this going to be a sheepshead or something else? It's going to be a heck of a sheep if that's a sheep. I think it is. So I see them all big sheephead. Oh. Hoo-wee. Holy smokes. Wow. Oh. I think that's a fiver. Oh boy. You know, that's at least 5.
Yep, a little over 5 pounds. Oh, that's a beauty. That's about as big as I get them right there. Yeah. All right, I said I was going to keep 4, but you know what? That one's worth 2, so that's it. I'm not going to keep any more. I'll see if I can get my 8, but they're going to go back. So you know, another change I made from when I first started doing this, because 6 years ago I had no clue. So I used to use a 7-foot rod for this. I really like using the short 6-foot rod for this. Really nice for getting under the dock, and just find it a lot easier to use the shorter rod.
Coming at me.
Yeah, I think I lost that crab early on, or it maybe picked it up, was coming at me a little bit, but all right, got more crabs. I never mind missing one that way. The way I look at it is just kind of chumming them. There's, that fish took my crab. It's not going anywhere. I'm going to get another shot. So this is roughly 4 to 5 feet of water, depending on the tide.
Another real nice one. Let's get you guys safe here.
Yeah, I got my tsunami slickers on there, keeping my jeans clean. Yeah, and again, $100 for the slickers and the top. The combination is a link in the video description. A lot of people have bought that. It's a great deal. I wear these things like all the time. Even in Florida, I'm wearing them a lot.
Real nice one. You're lucky. Be more careful. Except when I'm fishing. Okay, what do we got here? Okay, we've got a leader change. so pretty sure you can see that.
Yeah, and I think that's the difference between 20 and 30 liter. If I was using 20, that line was going to break on that piling. Maybe even I would have left a jig in the fish, which I don't want to do either. But 30, I got out of there. Just have to change the leader, though. And I bet that fish is still there.
All good ones. Well, nothing even close to short here, huh?
So I've just missed like 3 in a row, so lost a few crabs there. They're a lot of work to get, so I hate losing them. Yeah, so I always wonder, geez, is that small fish or, what's the deal? But, boy, if you get picked up and the fish swims and you miss it, yeah, I kind of want to throw back on it.
Aha. That explains those misses in there. Oh, just barely made it out of there. Another dandy. Wow. Oh, that's the second biggest one of the day. Morning. So even that one's a keeper, 12 inches. Yeah. So that's a limit right there. If he's in the eye, I'm going to just keep him because I'm going home. You know, that is not in the eye. All right, I'm gonna call him good. And this is a wet rag, so I'm not messing up the slime coat or anything. All right, off you go. All right, that's it.
Well, of course, that's not it. It's required that you make a few casts for snook on the way back home. You've got to drive through all these great looking areas. Oop.
The sheepshead were bigger than you.
So I'm seeing a lot of these little tiny snook up in the canals. I mean, I know they're up in the canals now because that's where the warmer water is, and they're, trying to stay warm. But wow, there's a lot of them around, so it's a really good thing for the future. Okay, I hope you liked this video. If you did, please hit the like button. If you're not already a subscriber, please subscribe and hit that notification bell. Check out my online courses at saltstrong.com/Skinner. And don't forget my books. And hey, the books make great holiday gifts. You can learn more about the books at johnskinnerfishing.com and on Amazon.